happened here.
Rather interesting.
That noise is.
All right. Okay. 3, 2, 9. Let's see. Let's see. Who's making all that noise?
Oh, it might be me.
Is your TV on?
I just turned it off.
Okay. Welcome back, Barbara.
Thank you. Good to be back.
The good microphones, they'll pick up any sound in the apartment.
Well, let's see. While we're getting everybody on board here, I'm going to share something that that Doug just sent me to get us all in a good mood. So, whoops, let me do this the right way here. So we can find it here. It's the story about a snowman. And here it goes. He's talking about, we received 2 inches of snow yesterday. At 8 o'clock, I made a snowman. And 10 minutes later, a feminist passed by and asked me, why didn't I make a snow woman? So 8:15, I made a snow woman. 2 minutes later, my feminist neighbor complained about the snow woman's voluptuous chest, saying it was objectified women, everybody. There. So 8:20, the gay couple living nearby threw a hissy fit and moaned that I could have been 2 snowmen instead. Then the transgender woman person asked, why didn't I just make 1 snow person with detachable parts? I didn't know all these things existed. Anyway, 8:25, the vegans at the end of the lane complained about the carrot nose, and veggies are food not to be decorated as snow figures. At 8:28, I was being called a racist because the snow couple is white. So 8:30, I used food coloring to make one of the snow couples a different color, be more racially inclusive. 8:37, the accused of being a blackface on the snow person. And 8:39, the Middle Eastern gent across the road demanded the snow woman be completely covered. At 8:40, the police arrived saying someone had been offended. So at 8:42, the feminist neighbor complained about the broomstick of the snow woman needed to be removed because it depicted women in a domestic role. 8:43, the council of an equality officer arrived and threatened me with eviction. Then 8:45, the TV news from ABC showed up and asked if I knew the difference between snow men, snow women. I replayed snowballs, and I'm now a sexist. 9 o'clock, I was on the news as suspected terrorist, racist, homophobe, sexability offender, bent on stirring up trouble during the difficult weather. At 9:10, I was asked if I have any accomplices. My children were taken by social services. And 9:29, far left protesters offended me by marching down the street and demanding that I be arrested. At 9:45, Boston called and said, "You're fired because of the negative association with work that had been covered all over social media." And 10 o'clock, I cried into my drink because all I wanted to do was build a snowman. That's kind of sad the way the world works today, but there's a little bit of truth to that.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of truth, and it is a little funny, but it points out that we do tend to make light of some of these complaints, and I don't think all of them should be treated that way.
That's true. That's true. We are. I don't know what we're trying to do these days, but we're just trying to make too many things become so oversensitive to some of these things. So
Yeah, but if
rather
you're
than
those groups, then it's not oversensitive, for those people in those groups. They don't think it's
well,
over.
but Ken, the point is we shouldn't put labels on everybody. We should just try to be people. We should try to get along with each other and not try to, put people in little categories.
That's okay when we're winning, I'm one of the winners, but not everybody's on the winning side.
Well, let me try to make it straight. Okay. I'm gonna try to play a video here and get everybody back on the same kilter here.
Blessed days and the dark secret night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you.
There we go. So that's hopefully puts everybody back with good mood, happiness, and looking at that we're all in one wonderful world. So let's go. Well, we have a lot of things going on this week. We had many different activities. I don't know. Did anybody go to the Los Alamitos racetrack today? The outing? They had the Vessels Club and all that.
What are you listening
well.
to?
What
are you
well,
listening to?
The Zoom at my
Is
Zoom.
it live?
Huh?
Is it live?
Yeah.
Oh, because the raviolis are ready.
Okay. Well,
I can shut it off.
I'm going to talk a little bit about, let's see, all kinds of things today. We had, just going back to the stuff in the village, we finally got our TV guide fixed, which is great. A lot of people didn't even know that there was a problem. So I guess not everybody uses it. But last week, when you turned on channel 1 to find out what was going on, everything says regularly scheduled. It didn't really help very much at all. And of course, we had a lot of announcements this week. We had an announcement of a new Director of Maintenance, Environmental Services, Ethan, is now on board. And just today, I saw an announcement that Teresa is going to be leaving us. So that's going to have a big impact on the front office and what goes on around here. So we'll have to prepare for some other adjustments.
Is there going to be an opportunity to have a farewell for her? Does anybody?
I don't know.
Hi, Bob. I'm on the call. Hi. It's Nadine. I'm on the 310 number.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. I
Yeah.
wasn't sure if that was.
Nadine?
Hi.
Hi. So you got anything, any comments there about the new folks and then Teresa's departure?
Sorry, what was the first part of it? Which new folks you said?
Well, about Ethan. How he's getting
Okay,
along with
sure.
us.
So far so good. Ethan is doing well. He's getting to know the staff and the residents, how Walnut Village works. I've introduced him to all of our vendors, and yesterday he did a walkthrough with our HVAC vendors because they were here replacing some units. So far so good. He's doing well. He's getting to know everybody. We've had a few department directors meetings this week, so he's been part of that as well. So he's getting to know the team. And then you all received my announcement regarding Teresa, and it's really unfortunate that Teresa has resigned from Walnut Village. That was very difficult news to share, as I know she's got, all of us have had really long-standing relationships with her, and she's done a great deal for Walnut Village residents and staff. Has been very caring to everybody, and it's been difficult, like I said, very difficult news to share, but she's, moving on to explore other opportunities. So I did share that news this week.
Well, that's going to leave a big hole in your running the office in the village, isn't it? You're gonna have any temporary help or something?
Well, right now the entire team is helping. We're all doing it together, piece by piece. So we are definitely replacing this position. We will have an ad out as of Monday. for an executive assistant. And in the meantime, each of the departments are taking back some of the things that Teresa was doing for them. She did, as you all know, she did quite a bit at Walnut Village.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe in some cases too much. So she did a lot for each of the departments, and we have very capable directors, very strong directors who could really, do some of this stuff on their own. So that's what we're working on right now as a team. And then the staff at the welcome desk have really stepped it up and are willing and able to help us as well. So we will just take it as it comes, but please be patient with us. We did not put out a memo today. I just want to let you all know, we usually put out a memo on Fridays, and we did not put out a memo today. We will put one out next week, but all of our test results for this week are negative.
Okay.
And
When is
testing-
Teresa's last
testing
day?
is that Teresa actually left today, and she will not be back.
Oh, wow.
The next Friday, yeah.
Okay, put you
Yeah.
back on.
You know, that means we save bonus money.
No, she'll get it.
Ah,
Don't you?
okay.
She walked out today.
All righty. Well,
any-
since it says,
It
Hate to
is,
see
it is a
you
big shame,
let-
and I know that, I know residents and staff would have really liked the opportunity to wish her well and, have a conversation or face-to-face before she leaves. Unfortunately, she did leave today, so.
Barbara,
But if you have
Barbara,
any
you got a question?
questions
Let her
or-
finish.
or- Yeah,
Nadine, if we were working on some
Yeah.
kind of a project with Teresa, who do we go to now?
You
She
can
was
come to
working
me.
on getting me an automatic door opener.
okay, yes. Barbara, I'd definitely like to speak with you about that early next week, if that's okay. So we
That's
can talk
fine.
About the details, and that's fine. I know all of the vendors, and Ethan does now as well, so we can work on that for you.
Thank you.
That won't be a problem. Sure.
I see.
Okay.
Rick.
All
So as
righty.
you know, we have some exciting events next week.
No.
Bob, are you going to share about the events, or would you like me to?
Yeah, I'm gonna go over some of those, yes. But I guess the other
Okay,
part is
great.
we have to help out Judy a little. She's now by herself, and she's pulling her hair out to trying to figure out why people aren't sending in signups and notifications for these events. And she's having to follow up on the phone for every little detail because we're just not signing up or keeping her informed what's going on. So I'd encourage us to help her through this shortage, and we're going to have so many things going on. Let me just go over some of these things. Let's see what I had the stuff here, and here we go. Well, I just got to go. Let me back up a little bit because we had. I was going to talk a little bit about the resident council meeting we had on Tuesday, Monday. Was it Monday?
Monday.
Tuesday.
Monday.
Yeah. Weeks go by fast. And well attended, and there's a lot of things came up about that. That's when Nadine actually introduced Ethan to many of us, had his first chance to see him. There were some other questions that came up about, there was when Judy Phillips was talking about the power outage, it became apparent that we don't have a backup plan for people who who are on oxygen. And so that's another thing that I think Nadine is going to be working on to come up with some way of having emergency power or APCs or whatever it's going to be make sure they have oxygen available for emergency power outages, which would also help for the earthquake and everything else. Let's see. Nadine mentioned we had 3 move-ins in December, and 2 more are coming in January. So we're still trying to fill up all the empties here, but it's going to be hard during the holidays. So we're working on that. And let's see. We have events coming up, and the 2 big ones for the village. One is the birthday show, and they announced that they had sign-up sheets coming out on Thursday, yesterday, and they want us to go down and make sure that we're signed up because there's only going to be 1 show.
I think it's
And-
already full.
And it's already full. Oh, wow. So, and it's only available for residents. And if you haven't signed up, I don't know if there's going to be a waiting list.
There is a waiting
but
list. There
Okay.
is.
And that's going to be probably one of the most popular events because we haven't had one for a couple of years. And we're looking forward to that. The next course is the birthday show. I mean, the chorale concert, and chorale concert, the birthday show is on Thursday, I think it is, and
Correct.
the chorale is on Saturday.
The chimers are on the 14th, Bob.
Yes, and the chimers are on the Tuesday on the 14th. And we roped Doug into being the soloist for the chorale. I don't know if you like that or not, but he's going to be participating in that program. But we have a problem with the chorale because we didn't think we could handle the full village, so we set up 2 sessions, 2 shows, 1 o'clock and a 3 o'clock. But when we look at the sign-up sheets, and I haven't looked at them today or not, Judy reported that we don't even have enough sign-ups using both sheets for 1 show. So we're going to have to figure out how they're going to resolve that. There's no reason we have put on 2 shows for a half full auditorium. So we need to get either everything put into 1 show or get more people to sign up and see what we're going to do about that. That's still an unresolved issue of how we're going to do that. And it would be nice if we could all do it in one show for a big full audience, but we don't want to, keep people out if they really want to come, and they just haven't got around to it yet. So please go down and sign up. And if it looks like it's going to be full, be ready to say, well, I might have to go to the other show if one gets canceled because there's not enough participation. Let's see. Tonight we have Joe Tater in the Red Chair Lounge, and he's always a lot of fun. And so get your dinner done by 7 o'clock because he'll be there and ready to roust out the house. Beth Sussman will be in the pack on Saturday at 2 o'clock. So she always puts on a very nice Christmas. And a show, and I think the Christmas season will probably give her some other interesting things to perform. Let's see what else we got going. Monday we have the Beach City Band in the evening. Coming Wednesday we have the residents holiday reception and dinner. It's going to be a party out there in the plaza, and then a buffet dinner starting at 5 in the Grove. So you're going to need to sign up for your dinner reservations if you haven't already. And let's see, keep on going down the list of the highlights.
Bob, can I make a note about about the reception? we're
Sure.
asking residents, and we'll be putting out a flyer, but we're asking residents to come half an hour before their reservation to the party, because we can't accommodate everybody in the tent. We're going to have a tent in the courtyard, and we will not be able to accommodate all of the residents at once. So we're asking that once you make your reservation and you have your time slot, that you come half an hour before that to the courtyard for the party.
Okay. Okay, it makes sense. So you need to start planning your reservations with the host desk and then show up for all the Santa Claus freebies and everything else at the party half an hour earlier. Let's see. Then we got more holiday light trips coming up. Then on Friday, there's the Employee Appreciation Awards, and that'll be in the pack at 1:30. And I'm going to try to do a Zoom at 3:30, and if I run out of time or whatever, it'll be a short Zoom for that day. And then of course Saturday the concerts and so forth. And then coming up on Sunday,
Bob,
19th. Yes.
Bob, during that employee appreciation handout, does Teresa qualify?
Yes,
Who said that?
Mac. Well, the resident, we passed a thing in the resident council that all employees that are employed on the 15th of November
Okay,
will
okay,
get the
okay.
bonus.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you,
Okay.
Don.
All righty. Sunday, the 19th is the trip to the All-American Boys Chorus. And that's a event down in Irvine or Santa Ana, or wherever it's up down there. And I haven't been to that. But Kay Rogers mentioned, make sure you make your dinner plans ahead of time, because we'll be getting home right in the middle of the 6 or 6:30 dinner time. And probably the best arrangements was just, get a dinner to go pick up at 6:30. And the one last thing I want to mention is on Monday, the 20th, we will have the open houses. So for those who have volunteered to show off their place and serve, accommodate the residents as a walkthrough, that'll be at 7 o'clock. And I think there'll be different kinds of signups to do that, into different groups and everything else. That's the way it's worked out before. It's a lot of fun to see what's going on and maybe get a little eggnog or something at the residence. I've been working towards that and having a lot of help getting my place all ready to go. So any other comments about the activities?
Well, I've been,
Okay, go
I've been
ahead.
encouraging the new residents to go on the lighting exhibits in Yorba Linda and Brea. We've gone the last few years and it's beautiful. And, we need to let other people get to know that. So I hope they will be signing up for those.
Well, I hope so too. I just want to show you, that was a great lead-in, Jan, because I was going to show you, I went on that trip to Yorba Linda, and I'm going to share some of the lights that we saw.
Good.
These, you got to use your imagination here, because I was just using an iPhone and it wasn't the greatest photography tool. And then we had the windows were a little foggy on the bus. And then of course it was moving. So I had 3 strikes against me, but I want to share some of these photos, and you can sort of see how the homes were decorated, and they had a lot of help. This is overlooking the lake, if you can see through the foggy windows. And it's a really beautiful setting. Some more fuzzy lights. We Ralph didn't stop the bus, so it was sort of a moving target, unfortunately. But you get a sort of an idea of what you might see. So this is use your imagination type of photos. Here's a garage with all decked out. They have a lot of professional help in here, and everybody participates. And it's, I guess it's sort of a try to outdo your neighbor kind of contest here, looking at all these lights. And of course, Southern California, Edison encourages all of this too, because I'm sure they're making a nickel or two extra this month. And I can't really tell you what this looks like in detail. Here's another little fuzzy one, and some more. The road goes around in a bunch of cul-de-sacs around this lake, Beast Lake, and very, very pretty setting. The homes are pretty exclusive. I think they're all $1 million homes, and hard to see from my photos here, but you can see the spirit of everyone's was out trying to do get their lights up and everything else. To advise for other photographers how to do this, you probably need to have a camera that you can manage the exposure so that you set the wide open lens, but at a faster speed and a high ISO level, so that you don't have the blur. And then if you ask the bus driver to put on the air conditioning so you don't fog up the windows, and you might be able to get some great photos. But it was fun to watch. You know, in spite of this is about the best I can do trying to show you the idea of what you're going to see. This is East Lake. The other one over in Brea is totally different. I went on that last year, and a couple of years ago when we had it. And I guess they have a bunch of little balls hanging from trees, as I recall. And if I remember, didn't Bill Orth try to make some balls like that to hang out around here in the village?
He did make them. We had them out there they were up last year.
All righty. Well, so this is, and you see, they didn't worry about all this stuff that about the snowmen and all the different dialects and different kinds. So they just put a snowman out there and didn't worry about all the other attributes. There's a fuzzy one. But we took about an hour to go through all of these, or maybe 45 minutes or something, because we were back in, I guess it was just a little under 2 hours. We left at 6:30, get home by 8:30. So that's about as best as I can do on the Christmas lights.
Thank you. That was
But
good.
it tries to put in some of get you some of the ideas there. Let's see. Well, let's see. I think I covered most of the events here at the village. And I do want to cover a couple of things that I experienced this past week in getting me in the Christmas spirit. One was the going to the Angel City Corral, which is in Los Angeles. This is a large corral that performs over 100 people with a 20 or 30 piece orchestra. And so I wanted to show you a clip from that, and so you get an idea of it. And if you wanted to watch the whole corral, the whole performance, you can do that on YouTube. Let's see. Whoops. And you can do that on YouTube, and I'll give you the address for it. But this is one short clip I wanted to share with you. You can get an idea how big the corral is. These are all volunteers. They have regular jobs and everything else, and just volunteers that participate in this corral. Both.
Watch the rest of it or not?
What was that? Okay. And the one number that really struck me was when they were doing the choral, I mean the Christmas carols, and instead of having the audience sing with them, because the audience was wearing masks, they told us to get out our cell phones and turn on the flashlights. And so this is what happened with that situation. Whoop. Let me get share first. I think it's this one. We're singing Angels We Have Heard on High. There's the audience with the cell phone. I can see the full orchestra and chorus. Here we are with our cell phones out. I thought that was really a spectacular program, and you can hear about these little kids doing it at rock concerts, but I've never been involved in it myself, and it really turned on to be a very warming event. So, uh, I have to thank my daughter who drove me out here and bring me back. And let's see, I'm going to put the whole concert up on the chat button. Okay. So here, this is going to be the full concert on YouTube. And you can just click on that link. And it's about an hour and a half long, okay? So that's, you can copy that link. The other thing I wanted to share, of course, you know, I love music, was something that happens just next door over in Disneyland. It's called the Disneyland Candlelight Procession. And Candlelight Procession is sort of a secret because it's not open to the public. It's only for employees. And because it's controlled, then they really want to manage how the publicity of it, and it makes it really difficult. And I'm trying to queue up this thing, and I forgot to do it. So here we are. So what it is, it's if you're an employee or some mucky muck in Disneyland, you can go to this thing. And years ago, my daughter brought me to this 2 or 3 years ago, and it was really wonderful. So I wanted to share it with you to get you in the spirit of things here. And here we go. So you can see the train station here, and all these people sitting around here. This is a video created by some blogger, and there's a lot of people walking around. It's not very professional. You get people standing around here, but then they have the band or the orchestra start playing, and then pretty soon, I'm going to skip over some of this. Pretty soon we have the people start walking in. There you go. So this is the procession of candlelight people. Now, who are these people? These are different high schools and choral groups that Disneyland invites from around the Southland. And they get all up together, and they form one huge choir to perform for all the audience. So you can see them just coming in one after the other, and so forth. And that was Scooter. Usually I try to edit this, but I didn't have time today. So here we have all the people up there around the train station. I don't want to, but they have, you can see it's quite a spectacular event, like Disneyland always does. And it goes on and on and on.
rose to follow the
Up.
star as it shone.
I don't know how many groups it is or how many people. All right, that's enough of that. So you got an idea that, and I will post the link on that one to you also. And I'll copy it and I'll put it up on the chat board. So here we go. This is to the Disney candlelight procession. And that's, oops. So you can get that one and watch it too. That's also on YouTube somewhere, and I don't know exactly where it is. So if you want to follow that and share that with us, it's wonderful Christmas music. So let's see. We can go on to other discussions. I was going to talk a little bit about what was it? I forgot here it is. Let's see. Christmas shopping. Christmas shopping, as we're in the middle of it now, we now have lots of wonderful ideas to go shopping online and that kind of thing. But I was going to caution you too about some of the problems with scams. And so let me just walk you through that a little bit. Scams during the holidays are very prevalent, and you may already have taken cautions here, but it's crooks work harder during the holidays to get your money because you're spending a lot more of it and you're online and so forth. So here's some ideas. They take advantage of that. We go to different websites that are promoting wonderful deals. And we subscribe to hosted emailing lists in hope of getting a discount, and too busy to check some of the simple precautions. One of the big scams is called the discount scam. And this is where they place the cookies on your PC or Mac to track your activity. And then later when you're coming back, they pop up a banner and offer you a coupon or a sweet deal for something that you've been looking at. So you click on the banner and get a big idea of a discount, and it's a spoof site. It's not a real site, but it looks like Amazon or something. It's just like I misspelled this one. And it looks like the legitimate site. So you don't know when you click on that where you really are. Then it starts asking you for information to sell, and like personal data in your credit card. They can sell that on the black market or use your credit card to purchase items, and you're out of money. You buy something and it never comes. So to protect yourself, don't use the banner. If it sounds like a good site, go directly to that site and don't trust the links they post. And the gift cards, another problem. Because gift cards don't have protection of a lot of personal data, they act much like cash. So if you have the number, you can use the number just like you use cash. So so if they steal the number, they can take and use it without getting caught. So if he sets up a fake online store, then and it says they only accept gift cards, or there's something wrong with your credit card, so please use a gift card. And once you put the number in, they spend it before you can.
That's true.
So-
That happened to me.
So the answer there is you use your gift card before they do. There's a lot of charity scams because of people are in the giving mood, and Target was through the social media asking people to donate to organizations that really are phony. So double check the email, social media, or text by just doing a quick search. Or else, and you've heard this before, look up at the website address in the browser bar. If the website begins with HTTPS, not just HTTP, then it's encrypted, and they have to get certificates. It's a little more difficult, so it's not likely to be as much of a fake, but doesn't mean it's not trustworthy. So don't sit on gift cards too long. Use them when you can. So that's it's a little bit about scams and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
I'd like to add another thing to that. One of the new
Sure.
scams that has come out lately, particularly for women, while shopping and returning to your car, and you want to put your stuff in the trunk, you pop the trunk, and ordinarily a lady would put her pocketbook in the trunk. Meanwhile, there's some guy walking nearby with a $5 or a $20 bill, and he comes to the lady and he says, "Oh, did you drop this?" And she said, "No, I don't think so." While a conversation is going on, accomplice picks up her purse out of the trunk, and he's long gone. So just kind of, if you can keep your purse over your shoulder or whatever, put it in the front, whatever, just be careful.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of going on around here, and I don't want to get everybody depressed about thinking all the bad things that are happening, because there's a lot of good things happening too. Let's see. I lost my track here. Oh, I was going to show you some fun pictures. What happened here? These are I have a friend, high school friend actually, who he's down in Florida, and he always sending me all kinds of great stuff to use. So I said, well, okay, I'll do this, and so here's some photos from my friend here. What happened? Oh, wait. There we go. There we go. Can you see those? Yeah. Screen share is paused. What is that? Let me try again here. All right. So can you see those pictures now?
No,
It's black.
Yeah, let me try it again.
We saw the picture before.
Yeah, oh, here we go. I went to the wrong window. Okay, here we go. So here's some
Sinking.
photos. No worries. A strange name for a boat that's sinking. Here's a little girl who's washing her puppy in the mud. Not very happy about that. Okay. Here's a picture of a drive-through pharmacy. And
Right through the wall.
and here's a good show this to Joe Willett. The College of Architecture and Planning. Notice how they didn't have room for the C. And the ladies like this, oh, fabulous nails. a grizzly bear. And
Oh.
here's the difference when girls are hugging and when guys are hugging. I guess that's not discriminatory here. It's just, and here's a little tiger saying snake, and it's just the mommy's tail. When you bite an elephant and are reading the instructions, that's interesting. And this I thought was kind of cute, where the dog's checking out. And here's a nice playful dog. Hey, guess what? Your iPhone arrived. And he opened the box and got it all out. And here's a little reindeer. He says, "What ball?" He can't figure out what happened to the ball. And this is rather unusual. And, because we're true friends, hang out with you, you're not feeling well. So here's a little kitty keeping the doggy happy. And what else can make your day this even worse? And notice it's not just the bird sitting there, it's what he did on top of the poor animal. So
Cape Buffalo.
I'm just trying to keep everything on a lighter tone today. Oops. Yes, Barbara.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it was mentioned before, but did any of you watch the Tony Bennett Lady Gaga special? It was absolutely incredible. And I think it must be streaming somewhere, but it's
I saw it.
Pardon me?
And I saw it, and I couldn't figure out how old Tony Bennett was. And I finally asked Siri. He was 96 years old.
That's right, and he has Alzheimer's. And if you watched, Lady Gaga had her hand on him all the time,
right?
And that's what gave him the confidence to do what he did. And I thought that was an incredible performance.
It was almost a revelation of the friendship between the two, because he was hanging onto the piano. Like
I think if they have a yes, it was a good relationship. But if they have a relationship, just touching helps that so much. And I watched how she touched him.
Yeah,
it was a wonderful thing.
Yeah, it was a very moving. Go ahead.
I read that he has sung those songs for so many years that his long-term memory, he can remember the words to all the songs. Now, he might not know, where he is or who you are or whatever, right. But you start playing a song and he can sing the words perfectly because he sung them for so long.
That's right. And I facilitated a support group for Alzheimer's families and caregivers. And music is one of the things that most of them will remember. And we did a church service every month for them. And when you sang the hymns, they could sing the hymns. One time we had an Asian man who whistled, and he whistled through all the hymns. And when it stopped, he kept whistling. The music is a very incredible thing.
Oh, yes, yes.
I would like to suggest there's a show coming up on Sunday night that if you want to feel good, I can't imagine any show that would make you feel better than this. And it's a yearly show that's done on CNN. I don't know what time it starts in the evening here, but it's called Hero of the Year. And I don't know if any of you have ever seen it, but I do know that some of you know that the man who owns the restaurant, the White House over here in Anaheim, was one time the Hero of the Year. But what they do is the show, I refuse to miss it every year because nothing lifts my spirits more. It's people all over the world who have done any number of things to help society, nature, whatever, something that gives back to mankind. There's all kinds of things. And what they do is they have a voting and they select the 5 top people. And then on Sunday night, they will be presented by somebody who's a famous actor or singer or something like that. And they explain what it is that they do. And then they have an opening of the voting, and whichever one gets the top one, their charity gets I think it's $100,000, and then on down they each the 5 top ones each get less, but they get something towards their charities. But it is amazing what some of these charities are, and it just it just shows you what mankind can do if they're willing to step up and do it.
Yeah, yeah.
This is
It's-
random acts of kindness on steroids.
Yes. Have you ever seen it, Doug?
Yes.
Did it lift your
It's,
spirit?
it's very impressive. It really is.
So it's on CNN?
It's on CNN on Sunday night.
Oh, okay.
So
I'll have to look
I
for
don't
it,
know
yeah.
what time it starts on there, so I'm not sure what time we get it here.
Yeah,
Should have looked before I came on to see what time it starts.
okay.
But I don't think you will regret having watched it.
Well, thanks for the comment, Patty. I have just a couple little funny little things to show. So does anybody have any other stories or comments you want to make before I'll wrap it up with a few little smiles and, okay, Don? Go ahead. Don?
I just wonder if anybody is having a newspaper delivery problem like I am. We get no delivery 3 or 4 days a week, and I walk down to the welcome desk, and there's a whole bundle of papers down there, but none of them are at my door. What's happening?
Okay, that was Sunday, wasn't it?
Is it today also?
Oh, I only had it Sunday. And I subscribe to a TV book. So, and I pay extra for that. Sunday, the register didn't put any room numbers on the papers.
Oh, geez.
And so they were all stacked up down there, and I called and I said, well, I really can't come down to get it. Could you look and find one that has the TV book in it? Well, they finally delivered a paper, but I didn't get the TV book. I haven't had anything lately other than that. It used to be horrible.
Well, the newspaper is getting to be very expensive. And
That's right.
It
I'm
distresses me
paying
when
way too much.
I pay $189 like for 3 months. And if
Oh,
I
no,
don't
you're
get my-
paying too much.
I got
Talk to
two
him.
papers. I got 2 papers this morning. I had to deliver the other one to my neighbor. So I don't know what's going on.
Don, talk to them and threaten to quit. They'll lower your rate.
Yeah. Well, okay, Jan, go ahead. Jan?
The numbers that are written on the papers are so hard to read. I can't blame the people who deliver them because they're never legible to understand.
We should probably buy him a Sharpie.
I don't agree with that because even though the numbers are very small and I understand they're hard to read, sometimes the people who deliver them leave me 2, mine and somebody else's.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
And ours keeps getting delivered on the table, which does not have room for it anymore. And we put a sign out there, please leave it on the floor. But usually on weekends, they try to put it on the table behind the little Christmas tree, and it's not good.
I think Nadine
Wow.
has left us, but I think she needs to know about it.
I'd like to know who delivers the papers.
Security, I think.
I think it's
Security.
I think
security.
it's
How
Yeah.
often
security.
does security turn over?
I think it's security, and I think they do it like at 6 o'clock.
And how often do we change people from the security?
I have no idea.
Me neither, but I wonder if they get trained on what the hell they're supposed to do.
Well, I think this is a subject for Nadine, and I'm sorry she's not here.
Me too.
Yeah.
So
Oh, she'll probably watch this, or otherwise we can, make a follow-up. Okay. All righty. Try to keep track of all the events and sign up for everything. And here's some other fun stuff to watch while we get going here.
Stay healthy, everyone.
What's that?
Thank you for
I
doing
said,
Oh.
this.
everyone stay healthy.
Yes, yes. So, what nationality is Santa Claus? North Polish. What did Adam say the day before Christmas? It's Christmas Eve. All righty. What did the ginger man put on his bed? A cookie
Cookie
sheet.
sheet.
How does a penguin build its house? He glues it together. All righty. Why did the coach go to the bank? To get his quarterback.
Oh.
All righty. Now this is the last one, so don't have to worry about it. What's the difference between roast beef and pea soup? Anyone can roast beef. All righty. Have a good one, everybody.
Okay.
Bye-bye.